Hello everybody, Lark and Omega here. You're watching my mod Factorio playthrough. If you're looking for the list of mods, it should be linked in the description below this video, or if you're watching live on Twitch, it's in the panels below the video that you're watching. I record this live on Twitch in batches and then release it to YouTube one a day. So if you're watching on YouTube, you're quite a bit behind. If you want to catch me live on Twitch, I stream from 5 p.m. Eastern to about 7 p.m. Eastern every weekday. So yeah, let's get back to it. So I've been working on, oops, that's the wrong one. I've been working on my bus and getting things organized for it. And I need to redo it basically. So we need to set up my research queue so I'm not bugged by it constantly in the next few minutes. A lot of these things, I don't know what they do based off the icon. What are you? Alien technology. You are kind of important. Purple science. Yeah, let's go ahead and get you researched. Alright, so that'll solve the queue problem that I'm having. Alright, so we got the copper foundry set up last time, and it's got the same capacity for processing ore as my iron foundry. In fact, we need to rename it to the copper foundry. Copper foundry. Fortunately, these names don't show up while you've got the building picked up in your inventory, which is not ideal because you can't really tell the difference between Factorio small buildings in your inventory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so I've got room so that way I've got I can have 2 lines of iron and 2 lines of copper coming off of this. And I might just move this north of the belt and just bring this straight out from here. Yeah, that might be the better idea. But since this is set up the way it is, I can now just pick it up and move it north. So here's our science. This is our circuits. So I'm going to need some space. We need plastics. Alright, so you are nearly at the top for plastics. 3 there. So I want it to come in by 1. So we'll do like this, and then the plastics will go to here. You hear the science going off constantly because I've got way more science than I probably need at this point. I'm just doing early researches, but got nearly a full science complement back there for what I will have near at the end of the game. It's about half as full. Yeah, I'll put another 10 science buildings. I actually can't produce that much right now, so we'll see what happens in the future. Alright, so we've got the copper split off. It normally happens right there, but the copper needs to be the bottom one. Okay. So leftmost one needs to be copper, and then we need iron here. So bring this straight down, and we'll pick that up, and then bring this straight down, and we'll actually jump it under. Oh, but we're going to rework the whole thing. So for right now, this will be the terminus, and we'll just let it run while we're reworking. Yeah, that'll be the terminus. It's all right. I don't have anything else on the belt on the bus anyway, so we need to do better power poles. I say that every episode, and every episode I've got something else I have to see through first before I can expand and do the better power poles. Okay, so foundry area is a little bit cramped. I've got ore coming in. I should probably build in a buffer chest setup. We need more iron. We need more refining capacity for iron. Okay. So my current issue is I put the science too close and you're too close. But both of those can get moved. It's not the end of the world there. But what we can do because we do have enough space. So like we don't even have to move these buildings. They can just chill out where they're at, and we can just retool the way the whole thing works. And we'll just pick up everything right now. I end up with a lot of things in my inventory, which is unfortunate. So this will give us plenty of space to expand the bus in the future. Not that I think it's going to stay here, but for right now, this works out pretty good. So we need copper coming up here, which means we're going to need a couple underground belts. That's going to be the furthest point for copper. Plastic is not in the best spot. We could stand moving that a little bit, but for right now, let's see, 1, 2, if I'm going to, yeah, let's go ahead and plan on having it be 2 deep for copper, for iron I mean, and then you are the iron, so we can just drag you up, drag you down, break and break, and stick these right here. I need to set up a couple more electric furnaces to mess around with this stone. So let's go ahead and get a couple of those made. I have just enough to make 2, which is great. Looks a bit too complicated for Craig. Well, it happens. So island maps can be generated normally. I got this one from a Reddit thread. It's not an island, it's a peninsula, because there is a connection here. Really nice choke point. This was generated early on in the 0.13 lifespan. So I've got some map issues like where the map gen and cut off like there, and then there's one up here. But they do happen normally. You just might have to cycle through a bunch of map gen to get it to work right. Alright, so I'm not liking this. So we'll just do that and connect it. That might lead to a backup of ore, but we'll see that in the future. Yeah, so the map will gen islands and isthmuses. You just might have to look for a bit. You know, nothing's ever going to be perfect, but this map, for what I wanted to do with it, works pretty well for me. So we'll put you there, and we'll just drop this one there for my alien artifacts. Okay, so there and there, there and there. And we'll plunk down a power pole. And there we go. We got our stone bricks started going again. Okay. Do we want to get more iron set up? I think we do. I really think that I need to. Because this is kind of running dry a little bit. And we can set up... We might need to move this a little bit, but we can set... I don't know. We can set it up here without too many issues, I think. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. This is one thing that Factorio, it doesn't fit my furnace setup good. In fact, it's kind of annoying. But we can set this, we can move it down a little bit. We can move it down to right there without too much retooling needed. And then we can put the other one right here without too much retooling needed. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop the output by flipping these around. Oh no, we're going to need to pick them up because they've got iron on them. And we're going to cut the input there. We need to cut the input on the outside. So we're going to need to probably move this over by 1 down here just to make it... No, we can split it off here and then have it work like that. So we'll pick that up. Yeah, okay. So this won't be a big retool. We need to pick up the iron plates out of these for right now. Okay, so if I'm going to put this down like this, here, we need to grab you and you, and then this will cut off right there, and this will cut off right here. And we'll probably move the whole steel setup. What am I doing? I don't need to break that much stuff. Okay. I'm going to need to grab more circuits, aren't I? Well, steel, actually. Steel is what I'm short on. Ah, stone bricks. Never mind. I'm short on a bunch of stuff. Okay. So this is the N right here. And then this needs to come like this. So that's the input right there. Yeah, so that's the input right there. And then in this one, I'm going to just leave this hooked up like this. The input can come in right here and go up to here and over. And then we can have output there. This will be a doubled up output, but we'll split this to send at each direction and then it'll merge in. It won't be a big deal. That comes out like that. Here like this. Alright. I think I've got enough inserters to do all of this. Oh, phone call. I'm sorry. I'm not going to take that right now. And what we'll do is get the inserters set up. Oh, I put this one in the wrong spot. Okay, so if I actually want to get it set up correctly, right there is where I want it. In which case, all of this will get canceled. Alright, well, that's not too bad. No, I'm going to have to run through and cancel all of this, aren't I? Jeez. Okay, so this is the input now instead of the where I thought the output was going to be. Bring that down. And then you are the output, so you can stay and go all the way over to here. Input can stop right there. Okay. So yeah, we'll have to split this one off and send it to the north and the south. Well, to here, really. So that way it doesn't get too clogged up. But having a double-sided output's not bad, per se. Might be worth it to bring it all in and then split them all off. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Okay, we need more furnaces. So let's go grab some stone bricks. Perfect. I can make 6 more. I need 10. What am I short on? Steel and advanced circuits. So let's grab some circuits. And we can always run back in and grab more steel. Just grab a whole bunch out of there. Okay, cool. I can make exactly how many I need. And we'll cancel out those advanced circuits because I don't need to be making them at the moment. So we're gonna need more inserters, probably. Yeah. Okay. I need 10 per, and I don't have nearly that many, do I? Yeah. Go grab some. I don't have to make them. Oh, you're being starved of resources. It's probably not the best time to grab them, but we'll make a bunch right there. Oops, wrong foundry. Okay, so we got the inserters going. So yeah, out, out, in rather, in there. in there, in there, and in there. Out, 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 and out. And we'll go ahead and make up the extra ones. So we've got furnaces that we can drop down. I think it might be a short one. We'll find out in a second. Huh, how did I end up short as furnace? Oh well. Make the last one. And then what we need to do is we need to figure out how to balance all of this. So what will happen is we'll have two one double layered one right here, and then we'll have, I think I need a 3-to-2 balancer is what I need to have. And in that case we'll have to look it up because I don't remember these off the top of my head. On Reddit, there's a person who made a whole bunch of perfect balancers for belts. I make extensive use of them just to make sure everything's working good. Belt balancer compendium, that's what I saved it under. So we're going to look for a 3-to-2. I'm going to have 3 incoming belts, and I need to balance it for 2. So that is a huge mess. And I'm going to make me move my steel setup, but that's okay. The steel setup can probably get all picked up. I don't know what I'm going to do with the coal, to be quite honest. We could use a couple more electric furnaces for steel. In fact, we might need to do that. Oh, we are out of stone. So, you know what we need to do? We need to hook you in again. Drop you down right there. Alright, so with a 3-to-2 belt balancer, we have 3 inputs going to 2. So we'll bring, right now, we'll bring this all the way up like this. Like that, and then this will come all the way down like this, and like that. So 3-2s are really a little bit odd because they take any sort of odd number is going to be weird as far as this goes. So we actually need to start putting these down one out so we can do some funky stuff. Now that's going to cause a loop around effect because it's going to do this thing right into here. It's also going to do this on the other side. I love these balancers. They sometimes they don't make a whole lot of sense, but they do if you know how just the way stuff can go around. So that was actually the wrong one to attach it to. It needs to go off of this one. This one has an underground to this side, and then we have one balancer left on this side because it's just balancing 2. This one comes up and goes down like this, and then we have 2 belts that come off of it, and I'm going to end up exporting one out here and then one out here, and we can hook this up and watch it. It actually perfectly balances it for both belts. This turns into a mess, but it balances it for both sides of the belts too. Hopefully. Yeah, it'll balance it for both sides of the belts. So we need to have a little steel smeltery area in the middle here, which we need to go ahead and make up a couple furnaces for. 2 will be fine because that's all we had with the coal setup. Plus it's all that can go into one. Well, we can set it up for 4. But we're going to make it vertical, and it's going to pull from both of these. There's not enough room. Not enough room for what I want to do right up against the wall, but that is okay. We can actually do you there and do you there. Drop in here. What we're going to do is we're going to pull off of both belts, both export belts for it to work. So We're gonna drop that one right there and drop that one right there, and we're gonna feed the belts. But because this one is coming, I think an underground belt can fit. Oh, it might actually. Let's see. Yep, right like that. So that'll be perfect. We'll bring that straight up to here, and then over, and then this one will. You know what? I don't like that. We'll figure it out. We'll bring this down like this, up and over, and we will probably offset these. I'll get something figured out. Okay, so we'll grab you, and you can come straight over and then go up. I'm out of belts again, which is a thing that keeps happening. Up, and then over, and that's working. And I really want the steel to be able to pull from both belts. So, I want to put it in the middle. Oh, you know what I can do? Yeah, that'll work just fine. Okay, so steel will go there. And then this one will go there. And what we'll do is this will come up this way and head over like this. Okay, that works a lot better for what I was thinking. This one will grab from this one, and this one will grab from this one. No issues whatsoever. I'll feed into this, and we will cap it at 5. Throw the steel back in. Yeah, and we'll hook that up right like that. Okay, now all we need to do is feed more iron ore into both sides. So we've currently got only one belt feeding, but that'll be okay. We've actually got quite a bit of backup on this belt, and it's got a balancer down here anyway. So normally what I would do with off of this balancer is put like red belts here, which is 1 speed higher. That way the throughput is pretty constant. And then this one would feed 2 pretty balanced belts out. But I don't really need that right now, and I haven't made the reds yet. So what we've got now is the furnaces are going. Everything is working. We don't have an out for that side. So we'll grab this and this. And because we don't have a whole lot of coal, now we've got 1 dedicated iron belt to science and 1 dedicated to the circuits. Doesn't work out perfectly, but this is still very early in the game for me. Not even to midpoint yet with the trains, so this will work out for right now. Our copper is completely backed up, so we know we don't have enough copper production, or we don't have enough copper consuming, which would be remedied if I added more green circuits to this setup, which is probably quite a good idea to do, is to get more green circuits being made, and maybe set up the red circuits a little bit differently, which wouldn't be too bad. I'd probably put the red circuits down here. So that's something we need to look at for next time. But so far, it's shaping up pretty decently. There's a couple things I want to change, but we'll get to that point. We are currently at the end of our research queue. I'm running out of red and green science. I'm gonna have to start the blue ASAP. But that's gonna take a little bit because I've got to set it up. Oh, and that's what is going on here. Uh-oh, we have an emergency. The power building is saying it's not getting power. Oh, we are capping it out because of all the furnaces. We're actually not producing enough. Yeah, okay. So here's something we need to do. We need to set up some more boilers. Yeah, that's something we're going to have to look at because we don't have enough power. We don't have enough stone to set up another Factorio building. We've got a whole bunch of coal in our inventory and not enough stone. We should probably see about getting the stone ship back down. But I'm going to have to leave that for next time because I got to go. So we're running short on power, and we will figure that out next time. We'll get some more stone made. The electric furnaces, they grab a bunch of power. We might even break into some solar. There's enough room. I can probably set it up a nice little solar field on here. But I've also got an idea for putting it inside of a Factorio building. But we'll talk about that next time. For now, I've been Larkin Omega, and thank you for watching. See ya. Okay, guys, that's good.